and just piss them off basically for about 20-30 seconds. This nade might be good for a kill.
By himself for now. There are teammates coming over to try and help Scream receive fall down now as well. There are players falling, and it's all once again Ukrainian players have fallen down to the Turkish, and you can just see, I mean, what worked as their advantage in terms of high ground and vision before, because they had to push down, it now works completely against them.
But look at that teamwork there. She created had Spiro just above him trying to kill him, and the people on the hill just traded out. She created finally goes down. But I mean, the amount, how annoying he was in this compound. Yeah, he wasn't actually doing that much, but they had to commit so many players to try and kill him. They kept walking out in the open, and then the players on the Eastern Hill just picked them apart. And now you've got, I think, 5 or 6 Ukrainian players knocked there. Yes, the roses might come in, but the damage Turkey has done is irreparable.
Yeah, well, let's see that nade. It's going to go a bit far. Indeed, it is. Does bounce off, but look at the amount of dead or down players inside this. This is like the new nursery in PUBG, because there are so damn many players on their knees.
Yeah, and they just keep getting knocked. Yeah, I mean, they didn't really use their high ground to work out the chinks in the armor. They just walked in a straight line, and realistically, they've run straight into the main defensive force for Turkey now, and I just don't see a way for them to get north. I mean, how do they get to that field from here?
I'm, to be fair, not quite sure.
I think the answer is they don't.
Yeah, that's that might be the case. Maybe they just don't. I want them to. By all means, I want this to be a good even fight, but I just, with the way that Turkey are playing this, I just don't see it happening. I mean, the numbers were even for a little while. Now they've just shifted massively in their favor.
It just feels like every time the Ukrainian players are not necessarily playing on their own, but they're not quite synergized as a team. Whereas Turkey, you know, they always have these overwatching players that are supporting the little groups, the little, you know, like we have with She Creative, where he was on his own, but there were like 10 players supporting him by just watching over, and no one could really push him or do anything. So he has so much liberty to do damage to the Ukrainian roster. And once they sort of got stuck in that house, once, you know, I think it was 8 or 9 players stuck in that one position, they had nowhere to go. You know,
I think one of the main issues for some of these, you would think better teams like Ukraine, like Finland, rosters that have really good individual skill in the earlier rounds of the tournament, that's kind of what they rely on, which makes good sense. I mean, yes, we'll go out and do our own thing for a little while because we can. I mean, we are a bunch of very highly skilled PUBG players, and we can kind of just we win our individual battles, and that gets us to where and what we want. But now we're at a point in the tournament where it's not just your individual skills that matter anymore. It's a lot more than that, and arguably other stuff matters more than that. So now when you go up against a team like Turkey, you might not see them as a big threat in terms of, oh, but we have this guy on the team and they only have that guy, and we have this guy and they only have that guy. But it's the teamwork, and look at this, Ukraine finally starting to turn things around, but it might be too late.
There's a little bit of a resurgence, but at this point, each player needs to get 2 or 3 kills, you know, just to make it an even game. So it's just become a point where it's almost unassailable for Ukrainians. You know, they have to do so much work as individuals, and when you run into 3 or 4 players as a solo, I mean, if we look at like competitive, it's so rare you see a 1v3 and 1v4. I mean, how do you win a 1v6?
Yeah, it's are we back to the whole, well, you don't, ow, I think we are. That's a headshot nade.
This is like round 2.
A lot of damage done. Perfectix trying to do everything he can to stay put. Now Konekot goes down, or Kotzenok goes down to the circle. That's unfortunate, and I'm afraid Perfectix might fall just a moment here as well. Perfectix is still alive. He's up for now. Pants are flying all over the place. 10,000 days will get flushed. Not that it matters all that much, though, because they're just 2 now. This is what Ivo is pan out. And it ain't gonna matter. He goes down in the end. Just B20 finds the kill. And that, my friends, is gonna make it 2-0 in favor of Turkey for what, again, not as